Kristy's family has to move across town because Mom is marrying Watson Brewer. There's a picture of this. Babysitters Club superfans were quick to notice it does not match the map from the complete guide to the Babysitters Club, where Watson lives west of Kristy. Don't worry, superfans, there is a simple explanation. You're holding the book upside down.
Argo Font Book Review, Argo Font Book Review.
Kristy worries about moving into Watson's mansion, but all her fears are forgotten when she learns she'll be a bridesmaid. Hooray! She gets to wear a pretty dress and everything! But then Mom gets bad news. The wedding date has to be changed because she has a work conflict, and someone wants to buy the house immediately. The wedding is now going to happen in 2 weeks. 2 weeks! They'll also have to move in 2 weeks, but the book kind of ignores that storyline. Mom has a wild panic and Kristy tells her friends what's going on. Mom panics again when she realizes there will be 14 kids coming to the wedding. That means they'll have to have a bouncy castle next to the wedding, and it will ruin everyone's photos. Just kidding. Kristy and the Babysitters Club volunteer to run a childcare center for the week. They've done that before, so it shouldn't be too bad. They separate the kids into 5 groups based on age. Mom forces Kristy and her brothers to clean the house. Mom, there are 15 kids coming over. The house is not going to stay clean for long. Cool Grandma Nanny shows up, and she'll more or less be in charge of the wedding prep because Mom is panicky. Watson doesn't seem to be present for any of the wedding planning. In fact, he's gone for the vast majority of the book. I guess everyone thinks Watson doesn't deserve to get a say in what happens at his own wedding. Poor guy. The daycare starts with all the kids screaming for no reason. Wonderful. The babysitters separate the kids into their respective groups, and the day goes much better after that. Or maybe it just seems good to Kristy because she gets an hour-long break from childcare to look at pretty flowers. The next day, they take the kids on small outings. Dawn takes her group to the playground for a free puppet-making event. Karen scares all the kids with a fake story about Martians attacking. Dawn tells her to stop, but Karen does it again. There is such a huge panic they get kicked out of the playground. Dawn gives Karen a stern lecture on why making up stories is wrong. Stacy takes the kids to the movies, which is a disaster. They're late because one kid lost her ticket money. They're even later when the kids insist on getting concessions. They immediately get kicked out of the theater when a kid accidentally drops her candy. That is a strictly enforced no-dropping candy rule. Haircut day is also a disaster. The boys are jerks the whole time. Kristy and Marianne glare at them and threaten to call Nanny multiple times in order to force the boys into behaving. That's a little weird because Nanny is the cool grandma. All the kids love her in Chapter 6. Why are they suddenly terrified of her? On the last day, it rains, forcing them to stay inside. The kids are extra wild. The babysitters distract the kids by having them play dress-up. They put on a pretend wedding where Karen marries David Michael. It's a funny scene, but I'm a little surprised this wedding doesn't get mentioned in the book where Karen marries Ricky. That makes 2 guys Karen has pretended to marry. The parents put all the kids' wedding clothes in separate bags. Emma switched the clothes around at random. Why, Emma? Why? There's the wedding rehearsal, and the Babysitters Club gets paid a ton of money. Kristy is excited during the wedding, while Mom is nervous. I like the wedding scene. It's mostly large illustrations with no text. It works well. Of course, Karen has to spoil everything because she sees their witchy neighbor and she freaks out. Clearly, Karen did not learn her lesson about making up scary stories. Everyone goes home. Kristy realizes the wedding is all about coming together to make a new family, and she makes a family tree for her mom's wedding present. The end. Post-book follow-up. This is a good graphic novel. I like the artwork. I actually think it's better than the previous book's artwork. It can't be easy to draw so many characters who go through a lot of different emotions. Not to be mean to the Little Sister graphic novels, but I prefer the illustrations of Karen in this book. Karen can move her head and be seen from different angles, making her far more expressive and emotional. The book has a lot of small moments, like they spend 2 pages talking about the bathroom situation, or 2 pages on the end of year dance. That's an interesting narrative choice, and I think it works well in general. It makes the story seem more realistic. I don't think it worked at the very end of the book, where Kristy goes through several small scenes quickly, which makes the story feel unfocused. I wish there had been more of Kristy's brothers in this book. They appear at the end and complain about how much they hated having 14 kids around. So the brothers were there with all the kids, but we never got to see it. There's also a moment where Sam wants to be a babysitter, mainly because he wants a lot of money. We totally could have had a funny chapter where Sam tries and fails to be a babysitter. Overall, this is a good book. There are lots of wild kid antics and a big wedding scene. I feel like there was less focus on Kristy's emotions than in the original book, but maybe that's just me. It's still great. I can't wait for the next graphic novel, which is Book 7, Claudia and Mean Janine. Oh, they already did that one? Well, are they going to do the Claudia book they skipped then? No? We're just going to pretend that doesn't exist and skip ahead to Book 8? Alrighty then, next time it's Boy Crazy Stacy. As for now, I give Babysitters Club graphic novel number 6, Kristy's Big Day, a 9 out of 10.